I am genuinely excited for what we're about to uncover today. We're going to pull back the curtain on a story that, well, at first glance, might seem like a straightforward comedy, but trust me, it's anything but. Today, we're embarking on a pretty fascinating deep dive. We're looking at excerpts from Barron's Midwest journey, from tower to trailer. Think of it as a fictional roadmap, maybe, but one that offers, real, tangible insights into privilege, human connection, and the surprising force of public exposure. Our mission, really, is to extract the core wisdom from Barron's, well, wild adventure, understanding not just the plot points, but why this narrative resonates so deeply, and what broader implications it holds for understanding the, wonderfully diverse tapestry of our world. By the end of this deep dive, you'll hopefully have a fresh perspective on how one individual's journey can illuminate some truly profound ideas.
Yeah, and what's truly captivating about this narrative, I think, is its dual nature. It's pitched as a road trip comedy, which, immediately sort of disarms you, but it's actually a brilliant thought experiment. It uses humor and these seemingly lighthearted scenarios as a really powerful lens to examine significant social divides. Barron's journey becomes this quest for something more authentic, something beyond his insulated world. The story manages to blend these laugh-out-loud moments with genuinely insightful reflections. It's a combination that makes for a remarkably potent exploration of some pretty complex themes.
It's that blend that makes it so compelling, isn't it? The way it kind of lulls you in with the comedy, then hits you with something, really profound. So let's begin at the beginning. Who is Barron? The narrative paints a clear picture. He hails from a background of, well, undeniable privilege. You can almost picture him, right? And a pristine high-rise, maybe completely detached from everyday struggles.
That image is definitely there.
And from this insulated world, he conjures up what can only be described as an audacious plan. He decides to embark on an incognito road trip, not to luxury resorts or, trendy cities, but specifically through Midwest trailer parks.
Which is quite a choice.
Right. It's an immediate signal that this isn't just a vacation. It's an intentional dive into a world completely foreign to him. The setup, like we said, is classic road trip comedy, so you expect the fish out of water moments, the awkward encounters, the inevitable culture clashes.
Sure, all those tropes.
But it's also clear that there's a deeper purpose sort of simmering beneath the surface of all that humor.
Absolutely. I mean, the premise alone is just rich with potential for both comedy and commentary.
Yeah.
Imagine the sheer culture shock for someone like Barron stepping out of a life of ease and into the very fabric of communities he's likely only seen, caricatured on television.
Exactly.
And his incognito status is key here. It implies this desire to observe, yes, but also maybe a need to be perceived as one of them, to strip away the assumptions that would definitely accompany his true identity. It's a fascinating experiment in, self-erasure for the sake of genuine connection.
Okay, here's where it gets really interesting. Barron's journey isn't just about observing, it's about full immersion. He doesn't just drive through, he stops, he engages, he actually lends a hand. The story is peppered with examples of him helping American families with odd jobs. Now, for a character from his background, even the idea of an odd job must be, well, a revelation.
Probably, yeah.
The sources highlight a particularly vivid example. He's fixing roofs, using his height advantage.
That's a great detail.
Isn't it? You can almost picture it. Someone who's likely never held a hammer in his life, precariously balanced on a roof, perhaps making a total mess of it at first, but genuinely trying.
Right, the effort.
It's a concrete detail that really grounds his efforts in real-world challenges. Beyond the manual labor, he's also hosting impromptu BBQs, which is such a brilliant touch, I think.
Yeah, that's more about connection.
Exactly. It's about more than just physical work. It's about breaking bread, sharing laughter, building community in the most sort of fundamental way. He's putting himself in situations where he's directly engaging, truly listening. He's learning from voices he's likely never properly heard before. Truckers and farmers, people whose lives and livelihoods are just so different from his own.
Crucial voices.
And crucially, what he learns from all this is transformative. This isn't just about charity or, slumming it. The experience leads him to sharing stories that challenge his privileged upbringing. This is where the comedy gives way to, profound personal growth.
And we connect this to the bigger picture. The significance of Barron's hands-on approach, it really can't be overstated. For someone who has lived a life insulated by wealth, the act of fixing a roof, for example, isn't just about completing a task. Not at all. It's about understanding the practical realities, the immediate impact of something going wrong, and the value of, self-reliance or community support. These aren't abstract concepts anymore. They become like felt experiences.
Yeah, tangible.
Exactly. This direct interaction, this willingness to get his hands dirty, is what truly begins to dismantle his preconceived notions.
Hmm.
And this raises an important question, doesn't it? How does stepping outside one's comfort zone, especially in such a dramatic and physically engaging way, provide these invaluable lessons about empathy?
Lessons you just can't get otherwise.
Right. Lessons about understanding that simply can't be gained through observation alone. It forces an individual to confront the dignity of labor, maybe the ingenuity born of necessity, and the sheer resilience of people often overlooked.
Mhm.
Barron's ability to then share these stories, not just as observations, but as reflections of his own evolving perspective, that's where the real power of the narrative lies, I think. He's not just reporting back, he's internalizing and transforming.
That's precisely it. It's the difference between reading about a community and actually living within it, even, temporarily. His perspective shifts from maybe an us and them mentality to perhaps an all of us understanding.
Yeah, breaking down those walls.
He's seeing the world through new eyes, literally at ground level, or, in this case, roof level. He's not just hearing stories, he's becoming part of them. But just when you think you've settled into this heartwarming tale of personal transformation, the narrative throws a curveball.
The twist.
A major twist emerges from the source material. After all his carefully planned incognito immersion, after weeks of genuine connection, his adventure takes a sharp, utterly unexpected turn. A viral X-thread exposes his adventure. Bam! Just like that.
Wow, out of nowhere.
Suddenly, his private journey, his personal quest for understanding, is yanked into the glaring spotlight of public scrutiny. And this isn't just a minor reveal, it's a bombshell. His carefully constructed anonymity just shatters.
Completely gone.
And the consequences, as the story details, are far-reaching and pretty significant. This exposure, the sudden public airing of his private efforts, is described as sparking national unity talks.
Which is quite a leap.
It is quite a leap, isn't it? From a guy fixing a roof in a trailer park to national discourse. It just raises so many questions about the power of individuals and, well, the mechanisms of public attention.
What's truly fascinating here is the sheer irony of it all. Almost a comedic irony in itself, really. That a personal journey undertaken for self-discovery becomes a catalyst for, national conversation.
Yeah.
The narrative effectively highlights the contemporary power of a viral X thread or, any social media platform to amplify a story from the personal to the national stage almost instantaneously.
It's scary fast sometimes.
It really is. It's a testament to how quickly information, even if initially private, can become public property and just ignite widespread debate. And this immediately connects to the broader, often kind of chaotic role of social media in public discourse today. A single post, right? A fleeting moment caught on camera can reveal hidden narratives, expose different realities, and surprisingly, catalyze conversations around issues as fundamental as national unity.
It's wild.
Think about it. A comedic premise about a privileged individual's road trick somehow leads to this serious, high-stakes discussion about bridging divides. It encourages us, I think, to critically think about the nature of influence, how perceptions are shaped, and the unpredictable ways public attention can transform a private act into a national talking point. It really underscores how our highly interconnected digital world can both fragment and maybe unexpectedly unite public opinion.
It's almost as if the intention behind Barron's journey becomes secondary, doesn't it? Once it goes viral, the story takes on a life of its own. People aren't just reading about Barron, they're reacting to what his journey represents to them, whatever that might be. It forces this public examination of the very things he was quietly exploring: privilege, social divides, shared humanity.
Exactly. And this raises another important question. How do we reconcile the idea of an individual's personal quest for self-understanding, which is often a very private, introspective process, with its larger societal implications, especially when that journey inadvertently becomes public property?
Right, is the impact different?
Is the impact greater because it was discovered rather than intentionally broadcast? Barron's story suggests that sometimes, the true power of an experience lies not just in the journey itself, but in how it is revealed and then interpreted by the collective public consciousness. It's a tension that plays out constantly in our world, where personal lives are increasingly lived, in the public eye.
That's a truly powerful observation. The accidental nature of the exposure almost makes the impact feel even more profound, maybe, because it feels less curated, more authentic.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
Even if the starting point was disguise.
Right. Even if the initial purpose was to go incognito, the public essentially gets to be like a fly on the wall for his transformation. So, as we bring this deep dive into Barron's Midwest journey to a close, let's quickly recap this incredible narrative arc. It began with Barron, from his tower of privilege, embarking on this seemingly comedic incognito trip into the heart of Midwest trailer parks.
This setup.
He didn't just visit, he engaged, he got his hands dirty, literally fixing roofs and hosting BBQs. This hands-on immersion led to a profound challenging of his privileged upbringing, forcing him to confront different realities and perspectives.
The core transformation.
And then the dramatic public reveal. His personal quest was unexpectedly exposed through a viral X thread, catapulting his story onto the national stage. So what does this all mean for you, our listener?
Barron's story, even as a fictional narrative, really drives home the invaluable insights gained through direct, hands-on experience.
Absolutely. And the immense power of truly shifting your perspective. It's a compelling reminder that understanding often comes from getting out of our comfort zones and truly connecting with people from different walks of life. It also highlights the often unpredictable and far-reaching nature of public attention. A personal quest, born from quiet curiosity, can, through unforeseen circumstances, resonate on a national scale, sparking conversations far beyond its original intent. It's kind of a shortcut, maybe, to understanding the ripple effect of individual actions in our hyper-connected world.
Yeah, and to recap the core learning from this deep dive, Barron's story offers this vivid metaphor for understanding the diverse American experience. It shows us that beneath the surface of what might seem like vastly different lives, there's often a shared humanity and a capacity for dialogue that can bridge societal divides. This fictional journey underscores a crucial point. Sometimes, the most significant impact comes not from a carefully planned public campaign, but from an unintended revelation. Barron's journey started in disguise, right? Seeking personal understanding. But its true impact came from its public exposure. So here's a final thought for you to mull over. When do our personal quests for understanding truly begin to resonate with the wider world? And what role do these unexpected, sometimes accidental revelations play in that process? It's a question worth pondering, I think, in an age where so much of life unfolds in public, whether we intend it to or not.
That's a powerful thought to leave you with. When does a personal quest become a public catalyst? We encourage you to reflect on that question and to consider how your own deep dives into different perspectives, whether through personal experience or compelling stories like Barron's, can broaden your understanding of the world around you.
Thank you for joining us on this deep dive.